Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Todd Chrisley and Savannah Chrisley share hug immediately after his prison release in new video. New footage shows the exact moment Todd Chrisley and his daughter Savannah reunited after he spent more than 2 years in prison. The video, obtained by TMZ, shows Todd, 56, and Savannah, 27, running to hug each other immediately after his release from federal prison camp Pensacola in Florida on May 28, just 1 day after receiving a full pardon from President Donald Trump. In the video, Savannah can be seen wearing a pink Trump sweater and matching "Make America Great Again" hat as she runs over to her dad before they hug each other. They then walk over to a car waiting nearby, presumably to meet Savannah's mother, Julie Chrisley, 52, who was released from prison the same day and was picked up by Savannah's brother, Grayson, 19, from the Federal Medical Center in Lexington, CI. Todd is also father to Lindsay and Kyle Chrisley, whom he welcomed with his first wife, Teresa Terry, and son Chase, 29. The Chrisley Knows Best stars were found guilty of tax evasion and bank fraud in November 2022 and sentenced to a combined 19 years, although that was later reduced by about 2 years each. Since the couple has been incarcerated beginning in January 2023, they made several attempts to appeal the case, and Trump eventually issued them full pardons on May 27 of this year. Trump, 79, had said Todd and Julie were given a pretty harsh treatment, based on what I'm hearing. It's a terrible thing, but it's a great thing, because your parents are going to be free and clean, Trump said to the couple's children via phone call. I hope we can do it by tomorrow. I don't know them, but give them my regards and wish them a good luck. In a previous video obtained by TMZ, taken while she was waiting outside the Florida facility where her father was being held, Savannah said simply, "I am just so grateful that I am gonna leave here with my dad." She later shared a discreet image of her parents' reunion on May 29. The snapshot only captured Todd and Julie's legs while they sat down facing each other, reunited, and it feels so good. Read an icon she put over the photo. Julie made her first public appearance running errands in Nashville, also on May 29. A photo shared by Fox News Digital showed her out and about with a smile on her face and natural gray hair. On May 30, Todd stepped out for a press conference in Nashville, in one of his first public appearances since his release from prison 2 days prior. "I had a staff member that came to me and said, 'You've just been pardoned.'" Todd recalled of the moment he found out he would be going home. "And I just looked at him, and he says, 'No, really, you've been pardoned. It's in the news.'" Todd, who was joined by his daughter and attorneys Alex Little and Zach Lawson at the conference, said he immediately called Savannah, who confirmed that it was true. "I remember walking back from the phone and just feeling numb, not really knowing," he continued. "And then after about 10 minutes, all I could think about were the guys that I was leaving behind, because I had made such wonderful relationships with those men. And when I left that day, there was only 317 men at our camp, but they were lined up shouting when I was walking out. They were saying, 'Don't leave. Don't forget us. Don't forget us.' And my commitment is to them that I will never forget them." The Chrisley family rose to fame on their USA Network docuseries, Chrisley Knows Best, which aired for 10 seasons between 2014 and 2023. People exclusively confirmed in May the family would star in a new docuseries Behind the Trees, casting a soft amber glow across the gravel courtyard outside the correctional facility. It was a small motley gathering of family and friends waiting anxiously. Savannah Chrisley stood at the front of the group, her heart a drumbeat in her chest, eyes fixed on the steel gates. She wore a coat buttoned tight against a spring evening breeze, though inside she felt warmer than ever, as if she carried the sun itself under her blouse. At precisely 7:15 p.m., the gates creaked open. Tall and solid in the doorway stood Todd Chrisley, the framed strength of his shoulders softened at the edges from weeks behind bars. Savannah felt the world shift. as if gravity had changed its pull just for them. He hesitated for an instant, scanning the crowd, but his gaze locked onto hers. He stepped forward. In that heartbeat, Savannah's composure gave way. She swept past those around her and launched into his arms. The gravel crunched under her boots as she climbed up on her toes, arms rounding his neck. Todd bent, wrapping his arms firmly around her. Her presence a balm to his soul that stoked hope for every future day. Their hug was fierce, full of relief and longing and forgiveness distilled into a single heartbeat. Her cheek nestled against his shoulder, and she felt the steady beat of his heart, thumpy, loud against her ear. He breathed in her hair, her scent mingling with the crisp air, lavender shampoo and sunshine and memories of happier times. "You're free," she whispered, voice raw with emotion. "You're here." He held her tighter, closing his eyes for a moment. "I'm here," he repeated, his voice cracked. The sound of it tore through Savannah's heart. In that hug existed all the late-night phone calls, the courtroom dramas, the months of waiting, all of it funneled into this small, impossibly loaded embrace. Around them, family members wept and voices cracked in joy. Todd's mother reached for his hand, while Savannah's grandmother pressed her palm to her cheek, tears slipping freely. But in the center, they held each other, suspended from the rest of the world. Todd pulled back slightly, just enough to cup Savannah's face between his hands. He brushed away a stray tear sliding down her cheek. She laughed through her tears. It was nervous, buoyant laughter. She thought she might never laugh again like this. "You okay, baby girl?" he murmured, using the nickname that had always belonged to her. "So good," she whispered. "Better than okay." She touched his cheek in return, fingertips tracing the sharp plane of his jaw, the hint of stubble that hadn't been there before he went away. "I've missed you." He swallowed and exhaled slowly, his chest heaving under the weight of everything he felt while imprisoned. Fear and regret and shame, but most of all, the ache to come home. "I've missed you so much," he said, voice low and thick. "Every single day." They stood like that in the dusk, two bodies forming one silhouette under an expiring sky, as if ready to apologize and forgive, and begin again all in that moment. Around them, the world buzzed. News crews, flashbulbs, the whoosh of cameras. But their hug swallowed it all, an anchor into something true and unwavering. Todd lowered his voice, the stillness in it vulnerable. "I swear I know what matters now." He paused, eyes glistening in the lamplight. "You do. Family does. Being here with you, with all of us, that's the whole thing." Savannah nodded, silence heavy with understanding. "We prayed for this." He gave her a gentle squeeze, and they stood there while Savannah's tears dried on Todd's coat. The sun's gold dissipated into navy twilight, but the glow between them hadn't dimmed. When they finally pulled apart, slowly, reluctantly, Savannah reached for his hand. "Come on," she said. "Let's go home." Todd brushed a kiss near the corner of her eye. He turned, raising his arm to the crowd, and motioned for everyone to follow as he led Savannah down the path toward waiting cars flagged with cameras. She bumped gently against his side as they walked, shoulder to shoulder, two halves of a whole finally reunited. The corridor of reporters parted, but Savannah hardly noticed. She only had eyes for her father, his back straightening with each step, determination reborn in the lines of his face. She slipped her hand into his, and he squeezed it, anchoring her in that simple touch. They climbed into the car together, Savannah in the front seat. Todd slid in beside her, then reached across and already rested his hand on her thigh. He didn't speak. She didn't ask. The power of that touch said it all. The journey wasn't over. There would be healing yet to come, but this was their victory. The car rolled away from the prison entrance, engines purring in the gray evening. In the back mirrors, the gate receded. Cameras and lights flickered. But inside, the world had shrunk to the two of them, breathing in an entirely new sense of hope.